Once upon a time, in the land of the animal kingdom, there lived a tortoise that was very tricky. He was always fast at thinking how to outwit the other animals in the kingdom. One day, all the animals were trooping out for a communal walk when they saw a fruit tree called Othu tree. It was laden with so much fruit that they were all salivating and ready to start eating it. Wait a minute, said the tortoise. What am I seeing? Is this not autumn fruits? There are so many. Let's start eating it. But the lion said, wait, let's finish the work we are going to do before coming back to eat the fruits. All the animals agreed and they went along to do the communal work. While they were busy working, the tortoise was busy scheming on how to outwit the other animals. At break time, the tortoise faked stomach ache. He cried out that he was having stomach pain and needed to go to the toilet. The animal started pitying him and felt very sorry for the tortoise. He left for the toilet, but instead of going to the toilet, diverted to where the otu tree laden with fruits was. When he got there, he saw so many fruits and he was salivating. He sat down completely relaxed and ate as many fruits as he could. When his stomach had filled up and he was satisfied, he cleaned his mouth thoroughly and made his way back to where they were all working. The work continued until they all decided it was time to call it quits. They had closed for the day and they were all ready to go to where the otu tree was to eat the fruits as they promised to do. When they got there, they found that half of the fruits on the tree had been eaten. What? The animals exclaimed. They were very angry. Who must have come here to eat the fruits when we were all busy working? Asked the leopard. Did any of you come back here to eat the fruits of this tree? The lion asked in a loud voice, anger blazing in his eyes. He looked at all the animals again and again, but none agreed to have come to the place to eat the fruits from the tree. The animals decided to find out the person that had done the stealing of the fruits in a magical way. They suggested digging a deep pit and wide trench. A deep pit was concluded, or a trench, whichever the animals agreed. Then each animal will come out one after the other to stand in front of the trench to sing a magical song. And if the animal did not eat it, the power of the magic will fling the animal to the other side of the trench safely. But if the animal was guilty, it will fall into the trench and will be left there to die. The trench was dug immediately, and the first animal, the hare, came out of their midst to stand in front of it and start singing. Nlagonutu nda, nlagonutu nda, ishi korumeja nda, ọdụdụ kumefa nda, anamo ọbụ melanotu ndelanotu peazu nda. Immediately, the hare was flung across the trench. It landed at the other side of it safely and was free. It didn't eat the fruits. It was vindicated. The animals kept on doing that one after the other, until it was the time for the tortoise to sing. The tortoise stood in front of the trench and started singing in a horrible voice. Nlagonoto nda, nlagonoto nda, ishi korumefa nda, ododo mefa nda, anamo ọbụ melanoto ndelanoto peazo nda. Immediately the tortoise was flung into the pit. But the tortoise cried out, no, no, this is not the meaning. This is not the meaning. This is an old man's fall, he protested. The animals agreed and he was brought out. He stood again to sing. He sang for the second time and was flung into the pit again. He gave the same excuse and was brought out of the pit for the third time. Now the animals realized something was not right there, and it was concluded that if the tortoise falls into the trench for the third time, it will be regarded as the thief and left to die in the hole. The tortoise was asked to sing and he sang for the third time. This time he was flung with a great force into the pit, and he screamed. In fact, the pain was so much that he was screaming and screaming. So you are the thief, they all chorus. Thief, 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 tortoise the thief. They were all shouting and disgracing him, and they all left him to die. While the tricky tortoise was left there to die, he kept thinking of how he would be able to come out of the pit alive. He tried to climb out, but he could not because the pit was too deep and slippery. He became tired and weak of hunger and everything. He was about to die when he saw a big snake at the top of the pit. He pleaded with the snake to help him out because he was weak and dying. Please, snake, help, help, help. If you can only help, I will never forget you in my life. Please help me, save my life. I'm weak and dying. He tried his best and finally was able to pull the tortoise out. Just as he turned to thank the snake, the tortoise turned to say, snake, thank you. Instead of thanking him, he pushed the snake headlong into the deep pit, and the snake landed in the pit. Shocked at what the tortoise had done, he had reciprocated his good actions with bad deeds, and he became very furious. But there was nothing he could do. The tortoise waved him goodbye and went on his way without any conscience or backward glance, with a broad smile on his face. He felt a deep feeling of happiness, had been very lucky and full of wisdom to have survived, and had treated all the animals. Meanwhile, the snake was deeply regretting the help he had given the tortoise. While all these were going through his mind, he looked up and saw a hunter standing at the edge of the pit. He begged the hunter, please help me, and narrated all that had happened between him and the tortoise. But the hunter was afraid. The hunter said he was not going to help because the snake would swallow him after he had helped him out. But the snake gave him his words, and the hunter, out of trust, brought him out. As soon as the hunter brought the snake out, he wrapped himself around the hunter, not letting go. The hunter started begging for him to spare his life. Remember I helped you. Remember your words. Remember your promise. But despite the fact that the hunter was begging him not to kill him, and that he should remember how he saved his life, the snake swallowed him and the hunter died. That is the end of the story. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you'll be the first to get a new video each time I upload one. Thank you very much.